Hey there, this is Mrs. J and we're looking at the shape sheet. Today we're going to look at object number 7. I'm going to make this top part as a rectangle and then curve the edges. Add this on the bottom, and last we'll add a square and then we'll fillet it to make it round. Grid spacing is 0.5 inches. This looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 boxes by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 by 6 boxes. So let's go to Fusion. Make sure that you're working in a folder designated just for your shape sheet. And we're going to create a sketch. So I'm going to work on a different plane this time, XZ, because I'm looking at the top of that object. And that's more helpful to me. I'm going to use the rectangle tool. And I said it was 11 boxes. So that's multiplied by 0.5 or 5.5 inches, tab, and 6 multiplied by 0.5, so 3. So 5.5 by 3 rectangle, you want that. Let's, so we can either add the curve now or we can finish the sketch and add it later. I think we'll finish the sketch. Finish the sketch, hit the isometric view, you'll see that it falls flat because of the plane we worked on. And it looks to be 1 inch deep. So let's hit extrude, and I'll go up. It doesn't matter if I go up or down. Drag it up 1 inch, hit OK. All right, now we're going to curve this edge. So new sketch, work on the top plane. Don't choose these guys. Work on the top actual plane of your object. Click it, bring it in front of you. We're going to grab the circle tool, and I need to look at the picture one more time. It looks to be, this makes my brain hurt, 1.5 inches from the edge here, 1.5 inches from each edge, and the circle itself looks to be about 2 inches wide. So I'm talking about the outside circle here. All right, circle tool, and I want to be 1.5 inches. So for me, that's 3 boxes. You just make sure you're in the right spot. And then I'm just going to click till I hit the right edge. And it should line up perfectly on all the sides. See that? Okay. So if you're not sure, you can just grab your dimension tool and take a look in there, see where you are. Oh, it's not going to let me. It's not going to let me do that. That's okay. We're going to take the line tool and we're going to go all the way across this object from the center to the top, and then from the center again to the bottom. You can do it from the top to the bottom, but sometimes it's hard to hit that spot, so just be careful there. All right, you need to make sure that you're exactly on the edges here. If you're not sure, put a line here and make sure it's like 1.5 and you're right on it. I want to be 1.5. It looks like I'm off. So I'm going to make this 1.5. See, I moved it just a little bit, so it's perfect rather than close to. So 1.5 here. All right, now I need to trim some things. In order to trim, you need to get rid of dimensions or it yells at you. So watch, I'm going to trim this line, and it says, oh no, dimensions. That's okay. I'm going to trim the bottom here. So you need to have this semicircle. So make sure you didn't skip any parts. Go back if you did. Finish your sketch. Get it in isometric view by hitting the house button. We're going to use the extrude tool, but we need to get the edges. This edge and this edge. You have to click left, click both, and then drag down. As long as it's turning red, you know you're cutting, and you can see over here, cut mode. And then as long as it's longer than the object, you hit OK. Okay, easy peasy. Now let's add that little circle in the center. Create a sketch, hit the top, move it over so it's in front of your face. It looked to be about 1 inch wide. So I'm going to create a sketch. I'm going to throw it anywhere, make it 1 inch, and then let's place it properly. So it looks to be about 1.5 inches from each edge all around. Okay, that's easy peasy. So I'm going to get my dimension tool, get to the center of the circle, and just go to the top because it has a straight line. Make sure it's 1.5. Okay, it won't let me because it's already there, but as long as the number's correct, we're okay. And then I want to see that it's from here, but I don't think I can. It doesn't let you dimension to arc to arc. No, the only way to check that is to put in a line and make sure that line is 1/2, but I can look at it and see that it's okay. Oh, there, see? It's 1/2, so I'm just gonna hit escape and not make it. Left click this one, delete it. You don't need the dimensions, you just need to see that they're in the right place. All right, finish sketch. Hit extrude, click your circle and drag it off so that it's cut and it's cut all the way through. Click OK. All right, let's make the part underneath that's a little thick, this guy right here. So we need to get underneath the object, and it looks to be 1 inch all around. So you can either left click your view cube and rotate it, or you can use the orbit tool and rotate it, but get to where you see bottom on this view cube and click that. Doesn't matter if it's upside down like that, the word, that's where we want to be. All right, new sketch, and then hit that bottom face. Rectangle tool, start in the corner, drag it across. It needs to be 1 inch by 3 inches, or the full length of the object. Enter. Make sure it was a rectangle tool and it's closed completely. Finish your sketch. And I'm going to rotate just a little bit. I didn't mean to do that far. And we're going to extrude this part 1 inch. And then you can hit your home button. Okay, easy peasy. Now we're going to throw the rectangle on the top here, and then we'll curve it. So new sketch, hit the top. I'm going to say it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Even though it goes over, I'll do that when we fill it. So 4 boxes, 2 inches by 1.5, and it's 1 deep. Rectangle tool, start in the corner, and we said 2 inches. Looks like I have that by 1. I think I said 1. Double check. Yeah, 1 inch. And then we're going to finish the sketch, bring it down a little bit, extrude it up 1.5 inches. Extrude, click just the rectangle, and drag it up 3 of these places, or type in 1.5. Hit enter. All right, we're getting there. Now we need to add some curves. I have a hard time with this sometimes. I think you're supposed to do the fillet first here and then the others, but I'm not sure. If it's wrong, we'll do it over. Okay, so I'm gonna get the fillet tool. Let's try the top first. I have to click this edge and this edge. Let me just put this in front of us so we can see better. So you have to click the 2 edges in order for the whole thing to fillet together. You only click one slide, you can't go back and add the other later. So you want to drag it just enough so they meet. So it should be 1 inch there, but it might be different depending on what you did so far. And then hit OK. Gives us a nice curved edge. Let's put it nice so we'll look at it. And now we just need that little curve that we see in the picture here. It's undefined, but it actually comes out 1 inch, so we can sort of play with that. So we're going to hit the fillet tool. And again, let me move this in front of us a little bit. Fillet. Hit just this edge. Yeah, okay, good. Sometimes it only goes the other direction, and it has to do with the order of operations that you did it. But mine works, so I'm going to let it play. It looks like 0.5 gives me exactly what I need, so I'm going to leave it right there. Hit enter. All right, so if you did this on your own and yours is similar but different, go back and try this and see what you can do, because that looks a really nice 3D print. If you're interested in 3D printing, you don't see these lines, this one here or these here, when you're 3D printing. They don't come out. This is just because of the CAD modeling program. So it actually makes a nice smooth print when you print it. So enjoy. Don't forget to save your work, and thanks for watching. Is that 7? That's 7. Good job.